Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. It's been about a week. Been about a week since the last stream. The last stream I did on July 4th. I don't remember what the stream was, to be honest. I think it was a short stream too. Yeah, it was a short stream in the morning. I had a thing I had to do in the afternoon. But here we are in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are in the beautiful Phoenix A320 JetBlue flying today, and we are doing a flight from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we will be arriving in Jacksonville. Fry, welcome on in. Welcome on in. I do have the 14th gen and is not crashing. It is not crashing. I'm a very fortunate person, I think, in that case, because I have read a bunch of not so great things about the 14th gen crashing in certain systems. Just really quick, I don't remember who makes the scenery, but they need to do a massive update. It is all scattered disaster on the other runway here on the side. Just a disaster. Look at this. Disaster. And there's like the taxiway here, it's like all bumpy because of the train change. But yeah, they need to do some major work here. Major work here. I have a video coming up in I don't know, about a week or so that has a landing here. And it's quite the view. It is really quite the view. Another A320 out there in the distance. Well, wrong button. Alright, so here we are again back at the beautiful A320 from Phoenix. And again, JetBlue, we're flying, and we are going to be using, of course, SAYINTENTIONS you see there on the bottom left of the screen. I'm actually pondering not even having that show up anymore on the screen because it's really not necessary, honestly. Like the whole idea behind SAYINTENTIONS is that it's menu. It has no menus, right? You just talk. Hit a button, you talk. And so that's really, really cool. The only time I really use the screen itself is read back, and then I also don't write down frequencies yet, that kind of stuff, so I gather that info. But it's really good, like in terms of you don't really need to look at it to know if a call went through now. It seems like it's some of those issues have been fixed and sorted out, so definitely much improved in that aspect. But let's get going. We have about an hour in the air to fly today. So let's get going in this beautiful A320. So the first thing we're going to do is go back over here. And now I already brought in the weights and balance and all that jazz because I am, of course, doing a on-air flight as well. This is a, what's it called, a freelance flight with on-air. So I already have that information going. So I am next going to go up here, do this, that, and the other. And so 64R flex. Now let's go up top and let's get the power going. Battery 1 and 2, get our pumps rolling as well. Let's get our navs aligning. Crew oxygen. Have the honeycomb so I can swap on these guys. I put the standby compass on, emergency exit lights, no smoking, and seatbelt sign all on. Master switch is on. And let's get that APU rolling. Okay, so now we're just gonna wait a couple moments for the McDo to pop up here. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and grab ATIS. 135 and a 5. ATIS is
LL runway and hold short
instantly popped up.
instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 128.4. Advise on initial contact you have information Romeo.
Information Romeo, broken
Fort
clouds at
Lauderdale Hollywood
25,000.
Airport. Information
Scattered
Romeo.
at 12,000 and a few at
1253
2,500.
Wind
Departing
calm.
runways 28 right,
Visibility
28
10.
left. So,
Sky conditions.
all pretty good. Let's go ahead and make our clearance call so we can get cabin crew to start doing their thing in the background for SAYINTENTIONS. Fort Lauderdale clearance. Good morning from JetBlue 516. We are an Airbus A320 at gate Delta 8, requesting our IFR clearance to Jacksonville International with information Romeo.
To Tampa International with information Papa.
JetBlue 516, Fort Lauderdale clearance. I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Just a second. Alright, so let's get our info popped in here. JetBlue 516.
JetBlue 516, Fort Lauderdale clearance, cleared to Jacksonville via the FRSB-2 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000, expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 128.6, squawk 4352.
Alright, let's see. Cleared to Jackson via the Frisbee 2 departure, then as filed. Climb maintain 4,000. We'll expect flight level 340 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 128.6, squawk 4352, JetBlue 516.
Delighted to have you with us today. As we begin our pushback, please ensure that you are seated with your seatbelts securely fastened. All electronic devices should now be turned off and stowed away.
JetBlue 516, read back correct. Expect runway 28 right.
If you need any
Contact
assistance,
ground on
please don't hesitate to ask
121.4.
one of our crew members, Brian,
Ground on
Melanie, or Abby.
121.4.
Our flight time to Jacksonville is approximately 1 hour. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 34,000 feet. The weather in Jacksonville is currently calm with a few clouds at 25,000 feet and a temperature of 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so performance,
For your
all
safety,
looking great there.
please pay close
Flight
attention to
plan,
the
we're
following
expecting
safety
28
demonstration.
right.
We will now show you the safety features of this Airbus A320 aircraft. Your safety is our top
And
priority,
Frisbee
so
2
we appreciate your
departure.
full attention. Thank you for choosing JetBlue. We hope you have a pleasant
I don't know what
flight.
that's supposed to... Stammy? Stammy? Am I? I don't know. Okay, got that in there. Let's go to config. Manual for failures, navigation, and we get our IRS all aligned. Okie dokie. That part is all ready to go. We can get rid of this. We can bring up our pushback. So the pushback Pro from Aero, I think it's called Pro, pushback toolbar or whatever they call it, from Aerosoft is broken with the 777. So I switched over to the free version, one that you can find on flightsim.to. And it misses a couple of features that I really like of this one, which one is when you click it, you can just hit this little button here to save it. In the other one, you have to hit enter. Not a big deal, but I don't like that. And then also with the Pro version, you can have it so the tug doesn't actually come to the aircraft itself. I know for realism that doesn't make any sense, but in terms of just kind of getting out with the plane, makes things a little faster. So we're cleared up to initially 4,000. And departure frequency on 128 and a 6. And ground we are now tuned to. And I believe at this point we are pretty much ready to go. Switch on our APU.
Baron 579er taxi to runway 28
Switch
left.
off our external
November
power.
Echo, cross runway 10 right.
And
Contact
GPU
tower on
and chocks.
119.3 when ready for departure. Information Yankee is current.
Fort Lauderdale ground. Good morning from JetBlue 516. We're at gate Delta 8 requesting push and start.
JetBlue 516, Fort Lauderdale ground, push and start approved. Expect runway 28 right. Contact ground on 121.4 when ready for taxi.
Okay, pushback is rolling. I thought I had fixed on air. I think I talked about this last time on my stream. On air gives me offline tracking errors. Thought I fixed it with Windows Defender. Thought it was blocking it, so I allowed everything in the advanced settings. But the issue
Your flight will be
is so
monitored until you land
inconsistent
and shut
now.
down the engines.
I'm starting to think it's... Well, no, see, I don't know. I've done a bunch of different trials and tests to see what's going on. I've tried launching it before I launched Flight Sim. I've launched it after Flight Sim to see if the errors occur in that aspect. And it's still random. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Can't quite figure out that issue. Sometimes it works flawless. I don't know. I've lost all hope to figure that one out. So I'm just gonna deal with it. I reached out to the support team and they gave me some tips and I tried it, but none of it's worked. Engine 2 coming up. Someone just, oh, was that an F-18? I don't have model matching on right now. I actually turned it off because I was kind of testing out Windows 11 24H2. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So it's a release candidate or release preview for the new update coming out from Microsoft Flight Sim, which apparently has some potential boost in performance in select games. So NVIDIA actually released a driver that is just for the new update as well. And I believe I've seen an improvement anywhere between like 2 to 10 FPS depending on the scenario. And most of my tests have been in Flight Sim.
Baron 579er, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood ground taxi to runway 28 left via Echo Quebec Juliet. Contact tower on 119er Point Tree when ready for departure.
Fort Lauderdale ground, hello from JetBlue 516. We are requesting taxi. Alright, what do we got for departure? Flaps 3.
Baron 579er, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood ground taxi to runway 28 left via Echo Quebec Juliet. Contact tower on 119er Point Tree when ready for departure. JetBlue 516, taxi to runway 28 right via Tango 3, Bravo, Bravo 11. Contact tower on 119er Point 3 when ready for departure.
Runway 28 right via Tango 3, Bravo, Bravo 11. Tower on 119.3, JetBlue 516. Okay, let's get rolling. Takeoff config, all good. Up top, calls good. Taxi lights are on. Traffic in the area, all looking good. Tango 3 is right in front of us. And then we're going to be on Bravo and Bravo 11. Really short taxi. So if you've not heard or did not watch the finals to Vectors yesterday, Vectors to Finals, sorry, from SAYINTENTIONS, they did announce that Taxi Tuner version 3 is coming out officially on
Southwest
Monday.
4765, runway 10 left
In
via
there,
Charlie Bravo.
people can now
Contact tower
assign
on
gates,
119er.3 when ready
which is
for
going to be
departure.
super awesome. I'm super excited. Yeah, I saw that. The taxi map looks really cool in Beyond ATC. It looks really, really cool.
JetBlue 516, contact tower on 119er.3.
Over the tower, 119.3, JetBlue 516, see ya. Alright, over to tower. And here's Bravo 11. Tower, JetBlue 516, holding short runway 28, right, ready for departure. Departure's on 1286.
JetBlue 516, Fort Lauderdale Tower. Winds 317 at 5. Runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff.
28 right, cleared for takeoff, JetBlue 516. Alright, so I made a big decision. Well, I made two big decisions recently. One is I officially accepted my pre-order requests for the wing autopilot thing for the A320, and I should be getting that next Wednesday, which I'm super excited for. It's currently in Honolulu. And the other one was I officially sold my Logitech radio stack on eBay because I've been using the Stream Deck so much with the comms. I found it unnecessary to have now. I've actually moved it out. I moved it out of sight like 2 weeks ago. It's like, well, I should probably try to get some money out of it and make it useful to someone else at a good price. So hopefully someone's gonna be happy with that one. FPS is like tanking today. V1. Let's rotate. Good. Positive rate of climb. I'm gonna hold on the gear though because once in a while the Phoenix gives me issues with the gear. Seems like if I do it a little too early, he yells at me. I'm so used to Boeing, like as soon as I get off the ground with this 737, like, gear goes up. Because the call out happens. Cabin crew's ready. That's good because we've already departed. Smooth departure so far, I like that.
JetBlue 516, contact departure on 128.6.
Switch over to departure. Departure, hello from JetBlue 516. We're at 1,700, climbing 4,000. Climb throttle engaged.
JetBlue 516, Miami approach, radar contact, cleared direct shells.
Direct shells, AP coming on. Still only cleared for 4,000. Yeah, anyways, that beyond ATC, that taxi map thing is really cool. I saw the video at the Flight Sim Expo that they had showed off, and it does look really, really cool. Really, really cool. Gonna get a climb increase here, or are we going to be at 4,000? So it does say top of altitude is 4,000 on the chart, so we'll let say intentions do its thing. And flaps are all up. And we're at 4,000. Looks like it has a storm on the side of us here. Florida's crazy, like the random spots where the storms hit. Just see, and this is real life, man. This is, I've been to Florida enough times to know. You see. I've talked about some mini streams, but like this is so cool. The super bright over here because the clouds aren't there, right?
JetBlue
We got clouds over
Miami
here.
approach, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, JetBlue 516. Right up to 220. Okay. Climb's looking good. Okay, so in terms of the channel, I'll give you some channel updates here. I do have a two videos, not my normal departures or arrival videos, but two educational, we'll say, videos. So the first one is I'm going to do a full cold and dark tutorial of how to do a sim brief ATC flight, if that makes any sense, right? So I'm going to take A320 probably and cold and dark, but I'm going to also show up on the screen the map, all the charts, how to set up sim brief, and then how to properly say things to say intentions. So I've been doing some studying more with comms and how to properly say certain things. I'm feeling more and more confident in this. I've talked to a couple pilots now. I have a couple sessions, chat sessions I'll be doing here with a couple pilots soon, commercial pilots, of how to properly make some of these calls, so I can be as thorough as I can with them. I already have a video up on the channel with just the very beginner's basic kind of calls. I kind of want to dab into it even further. My logic is there will likely be people
Maintain flight level 270.
up to flight level 270, JetBlue 516. There'll likely be people who are new to flight sim I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen,
with
this is your
Microsoft
lead
Flight Sim
attendant, Erica
2024.
speaking. We've just reached 10,000 feet. The use of approved
So I want to
portable
kind of get them
electronic
prepped a
devices
little
is
bit
now
for
permitted.
that, have a video at least ready for that as well.
Keep your seatbelt fastened at all times.
So I don't know if that video will come out next week
Thank you for
or the
flying with
week
us on
after.
JetBlue
I'm
Flight
not sure
516 and enjoy the rest of your flight.
when
Ladies
I'm
and gentlemen, this is
comfortable
Erica,
enough in
your
doing
lead
that
flight
video.
attendant. We've just
That will be
reached
coming out
10,000
sometime
feet.
soon.
You may now use approved
The other
portable
video
electronic devices. For your continued safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times.
is going to be
even if
with
captain
the
turns off the
recently
fasten seatbelt sign.
announced
Thank you.
yesterday actually for the
Ladies and gentlemen,
Vectors to
this is
Finals.
your lead flight attendant, Erica speaking. We've just
Vectors
reached
to Finals, I'm
10,000
confusing.
feet. The use of approved
Yeah, Vectors to
portable
Final.
electronic devices is now permitted. For your continued safety, please keep
It's going to
your
be for the
seatbelt
recent
fastened at all
announced
times, even if
tour
the captain turns off
tuner,
the fasten seatbelt
where you
sign.
can
Thank
make
you
your
for
own
flying
custom
with us on
tuners,
JetBlue
or
Flight 516. Enjoy the
custom
rest of your flight.
tours in SAYINTENTIONS. So that's a really cool feature, and I have not yet even touched it. But I've watched the video that SAYINTENTIONS put out. It looked really cool, and I'm super excited about it. So I did a tour this morning. I made a tour. I haven't completed it, but I made a tour. And so I have a really interesting idea of how to showcase that product. So hopefully that video will be coming out tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. One of those 2 days. Depending on how much time I have available this weekend. Oh, I forgot to turn off the APUs. Bad pilot joke. So that's what we have going on coming up on the channel soon. Outside of that, it's going to be the typical. I've changed how frequent I do the departure and arrival videos.
JetBlue 516, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Figure they're getting a little stale. It's mostly the same stuff over and over again. Climb and maintain flight level 320, JetBlue 516. I kind of want to adjust that a little bit, give some of the videos a little bit more time to get views. So I've added on a day for that. I might stretch out even further depending on how this works out. I've also changed how the videos are a little bit. You'll see in a couple, in I think a week, you'll see I have a new intro video I created, which I'm really happy of, really proud of. I think it's turned out really cool. So I'm excited to eventually have that one come up. I've used this current intro video for a while, and I like it. I've always liked it. That was really cool as well. But I want to try to change things to make it a little bit more ideal to what I'm doing within the channel now. Now that the channel kind of has a footprint and an identity, I kind of want to give the intro video more of that. So I'm excited for that. And of course I have my daily YouTube shorts that go up on the channel. What else do we have going on? So I talked about this in the last, I think in the last stream a little bit, but I don't know if the Flight Sim CLS 60 is the right yoke for me. I don't think it is, and I'm contemplating not using it. I haven't touched it in about a week, and I know there's a firmware update coming out today that's supposed to fix a couple issues.
JetBlue 516, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Up to flight level 340, JetBlue 516. But it's just, for the setup I have, it's more of a pain in the butt to move things around. I also really didn't realize this, but I really do love the switches and buttons I have on the Honeycomb Alpha. I love them a lot. And it was actually one of my big draws against the Boeing yoke from Thrustmaster, is when I tried that. I loved the yoke. I thought it was really cool. It actually kind of hurt my hand a little bit, actually. I was cramping up a bit more. More so probably because I'm not used to it, the Boeing yoke. But I did miss some of the switches on that too, and that had a lot of switches and buttons and all that jazz, so I think that's a big turnoff for me. I think the yoke's great. I think it's fantastic. It's really cool. For a force feedback yoke for a reasonable price, I think it's really, really cool. Just for my kind of flying, my kind of setup, it's not ideal. I think the yoke's great for someone that has a home cockpit, right? A setup that doesn't have to move. You don't have to take the clamps off and change things around, right? It's kind of stationary most of the time. It's also great for people who are more GA flyers, and I find myself to not be as much of a GA flyer as I used to be. I do obviously do GA from time to time still, but you have to swap out the yoke. It just seems to be a lot of hassle for that. So, kind of see how things will roll with that. I officially have put in my time off for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 launch. So the Tuesday through that weekend, my plan is to be streaming every day, as long as the servers hold up, right? As long as my network holds up here too, of course. And I'll do flights every single day. Probably longer than normal. Because I'll be super excited. So all of that to be determined, of course, as things go on. I'll get a schedule. That was some awful comms. But so yeah, so that's kind of the
516, contact Miami Center on 133.55.
That's kind of the future I have going on here. Miami Center on 133.55, JetBlue 516. See ya.
2.555 clearance.
13355. Miami Center, hello from JetBlue 516. We're at flight level 237, climbing 340.
JetBlue 516, Miami Center. Good morning.
Okay, so SimBrief is telling me arrival runway 26, and via the Boggy to arrival. So I'm going to go ahead and just program that in there because I'm pretty confident that's what's going to happen. So arrival via the ILS 26, via the Boggy arrival, and that will be turn to the left, it looks like. I'm going to go and get my chart for that. $2,000 is going to be our expected initial arrival. And on arrival, runway 26, exit on the left. Okay, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Outside that, I really, in the past week, not a whole lot I can really talk about.
Good evening, Miami Center.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything unique. There's been a couple updates for this different software. Of course, you have the Navigraph update come out yesterday. 777's had some updates. I haven't used the most recent, which came out yesterday. I haven't used that update yet. SimFX has had a couple updates now. And I believe today the 737 update has come out. So I'm not... we'll see if I get that one. I haven't really flown the 737 that much.
Citation 500 Echo Zulu, Miami Center. Proceed direct where-or. Descend and maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 10 left approach.
The guys over at SWS had put out a couple updates recently regarding their products. Let me see what we have here. So,
American 429 Miami Center. Good morning.
What did they say? They had some. They said they were going to have some updates for the Kodiak this week, and they haven't done that yet. But so they had an update. Really cool images of their 727 coming out. That's a freighter version. They have the Vans 8 information, and then of course PC-12 which they had the update they had at
American 429 Miami Center
FX Expo.
and maintain flight level 360.
They ran into a couple snags, so they're held back the release a little bit. But they have some cool updates coming out for that, which would be nice. But yeah, there's supposed to be a Kodiak update. More news about that sometime today. So I'm curious, very curious, on when information's coming out. 2 weeks until I will be in Oshkosh for the beautiful Oshkosh Air Venture stuff. I'm super excited. Last year was my first year ever going to that. I took a bunch of pictures, so I've decided this year I'm not going to take my camera with me, my actual digital camera. I'm going to instead, I have a DJI, how do you call it? I can't remember what you call it.
Experimental 9853 Gulf Miami Center traffic at your 9 o'clock 5
Anyways,
miles.
it's a camera, like a video camera.
Cessna
A tiny one.
172.
I'm gonna bring that with and do some videos. I think that'd be really cool. So, and it's super tiny. It's like, I don't know, size of a Snickers bar or something. Super tiny. And it has like a little gyro thing on there, so it's gonna be nice and smooth, not bouncing footage. So I'll use my phone, my Pixel 7 camera, to take photos if I want to take any photos, but I'll use this really cool thing to do the videos. So I'm super excited for that. Super excited for that. And of course, I'll have some videos up on the channel. Probably followed by that Monday. As of right now, I took off a couple extra days just to kind of rest my body. Because last year it was super hot, and I definitely shouldn't have gone back to work as fast as I did. So this time I did a little more cautious, a little bit more cautious. But yeah, I'm super excited for that.
JetBlue 516 Miami Center. Expect the ILSY runway 8 approach into Jacksonville. I'll get you started on your descent in about, let's say 8 minutes.
They're saying runway 8 for arrival. Let's see what the winds are like. Winds are calm. Runway 8. Okay. I guess we'll switch over to 8. Let's see. So, runway to runway 8. And via Cuban 1 arrival.
TJR Alpha Bravo Charlie, contact Miami Oceanic Center on 135.075. Roger to Oceanic Center, CRJ Alpha Bravo Charlie.
We'll do runway 8. And I can also start getting my destination info popped in. So let's go down here, runway 8 arrival.
Copy your request to Miami International with information Lima. Contact Tampa clearance
Via
on
the
133.6
Cuban
for your IFR
1.
clearance.
And this should all be fine.
Cessna 7 Charlie Lima, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.75.
Okay. That's maybe even better actually for us. Okay, so we're almost... I wait until we get to the actual cruise, and then I'll go ahead and put in the destination information. Destination information. Get ready to fly over Orlando momentarily.
This is your lead flight attendant, Erica speaking. We have now reached our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet, and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. For your continued safety, JetBlue Airways requires that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Our flight today is from Fort Lauderdale to Jacksonville, and we have a smooth ride ahead. In just a few moments, Brian, Melody, Abby, and I will be coming through the cabin with our snack and drink service. We have a variety of options available for you to enjoy. If there's anything we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please don't hesitate to let us know. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your flight with us. Thank you for choosing JetBlue Airways.
Alright, altimeter 3003. Temperature is currently 30 Celsius. And winds, we said, were calm. And minimums are 230.
James Center, November 7th,
Okey-dokey.
Charlie Lando. With you, at 5-1. Course
All looking good. We should be on the ground here within, what, 26 minutes? Our descent will come up shortly. See if we can get some outside view here. That is Orlando, right? Yeah, I think I lied.
Center, United 987.
Yes,
Flight level
yes.
280.
Moving on, no kids.
299er 87 Miami Center, roger.
I've been doing a lot of on-air flights recently, of course, and the route I've currently done is four flights. This is the fourth leg of it.
516 Miami Center, descend via Cuban 1 for the ILSY runway 8 approach into Jacksonville. Altimeter 30.03.
Descend via Cuban 1, JetBlue 516. So yeah, so start off with the flight from Jacksonville to Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, Orlando back to Fort Lauderdale, and now we're doing the final leg, Fort Lauderdale to Jacksonville. This is the second time I've done the Fort Lauderdale flights. I had done, I think it was 4 of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your
I
lead
think it was
flight
Fort Lauderdale
attendant,
to
Erica
Orlando,
speaking.
back and forth,
We have
back
now
and forth.
begun our initial descent into Jacksonville International Airport. The captain
I think
has
it
turned
was.
on the
I
fasten
can't
seatbelt
remember
sign,
exactly.
so please return to your seats and
I'm pretty
ensure
sure
that
it
your
is.
seatbelts are securely fastened. Our cabin crew, including Brian, Melanie, and Abby,
Don't know if we'll be able to see the good old Disney and Orlando and Universal
Please pass any
places.
remaining service items to the flight attendant.
We definitely tried,
Thank you
right?
for flying
Papa Miami Center, roger.
You have a pleasant arrival.
They're massive. For a few years, I was going to Universal regularly, every year. Then COVID happened, of course, and I haven't been since. It's been, what, 4 years? So the last time I went was actually just before COVID really hit the U.S. Just months before. I think it was in September 2020 is when I... No, that's not right. Just before... 2019. Jeez, it's been 5 years.
1106, climb and maintain flight level 380.
But my wife and I are planning on going to, I think it's Universal, when the How to Train a Dragon, they're doing a whole park on that, like a whole section on that at the park. So we're gonna go to that. We're super excited. We're both nerds of that. I'm really excited for that. I don't think I'll be able to tell where it is. That's the Kissimmee Airport. Universal is really hard to tell because it's just a bunch of buildings. But Disney is a little easier. 1, because it's massive. 2, because they have some, you can kind of pick out things easier than Universal. I just always forget where it is. I want to say it's over here somewhere.
Currently flight level 250. Can we request flight level 10,000 feet for approach into Orlando.
Not too far away from the Kissimmee Airport. I know that part. I don't remember it being close to water either. Oh, here it is, I think, yeah. That might be it right here. Yeah, I think that's one of the parks. Can't fully tell, but that might be Universal. A lot of stuttering going on over Orlando. Alright, should probably hop in the cockpit because we need to start a descent.
Maintain 10,000.
Alright, so 3,000 is what it said for our, oh actually we swapped runway, so well now it's 1,900, but I'll put in 3. Arrival, let's see, expect minimum, yeah, 3,000, so 3,000 we'll stick at. We have a company message, let's go check that. That's great, we're late. So for those who haven't watched Vectors to Final and aren't really in the Discord for SAYINTENTIONS, one thing that Brian's done a lot of research on is that Tomcat is like blasting off. Is that when it comes to your descent, it's been verified on multiple different sources that typically, if you need to descend earlier, you need to request it from ATC. They won't just give you it right on time, like what you're expecting within the FNC. Over to 134.0, JetBlue 516, see ya. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're flying and you're not getting the descent call, like if it's just past it or something, make your request. You know, like for me it'd be JetBlue 516, or sorry, it'd be Jacksonville Center, JetBlue 516 request the stardust descent via the Cuban 1 arrival, that kind of thing, right? Jacksonville Center, hello from JetBlue 516. We're at flight level 305, descending via the Cuban 1. I like how it says Cuban, because that's I think what it's trying to mimic, right? That's pretty cool. Oh, sorry if you're hearing noise. The trash people are outside. Trash can people. Sanitation department, is that the proper way? Too far away now to find those parts.
How do I do that?
That might be a park there. Yeah, it's been 5 years since I've been to any theme park. This year, though, in the fall, we live in the Chicago area, my wife and I. We are planning to go to Six Flags for their horror night stuff, which we're super excited for. That's the reason why we went to Universal year after year, was because of the Halloween horror nights they have there. And this year at Six Flags, they have some really cool stuff going down, which we're really, really excited about. I think they call it Fright Nights.
Brit Air 67, contact Orlando approach on 132.65.
Let's see.
require assistance on programming the radios, how do I program them? IRMA.
Trying to find
Private pilot only, have no experience in this aircraft.
the website. February 16th to October 29th is the time period.
Brit Air 67. To program the radio, locate the radio panel usually in the center stack. Turn the large knob to select the digits and the smaller knob to adjust them. Set to 132.65. Ryanair 3 Charlie Victor, contact Zagreb radar on 130.215.
Edelweiss 89 Papa. Contact Rome radar on 132.525.
Well, they don't have any, but anyways, they have they announced some really cool things, like some name brand
Full Air 3368 Kilo multi-control, 13 miles from the approach turn. Turn right heading 180 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 23 approach.
Air France 1405 Milan radar. Expect the ILS runway 26 right approach into the Gulf. I'll have your descent instructions for you in...
so if you're a big Halloween person, you live near a Six Flags kind of park, this year they have some premium stuff. So they have the Haunting, or the Haunting of Hall Manor, which seems really, really cool. Where's the stuff I'm looking for though? Still ain't what I'm looking for. Show. Just buy tickets probably. Their website really sucks. This website is awful. Okay, that's still not what I'm looking for.
Delta 3908, contact Denver Center on 118.575.
Oh well. Anywho, I don't remember what they have at the event, but they had a couple like really big name brand. Like I think they had like, I don't know, Universal Monsters or something like that, something similar. I think. It's really, really cool. So I'm super excited about that. I remember when I was younger going to Halloween Horror Nights in Universal, and it's so cool. Like the whole entire place would be fogged up. You can't even see what's going on in front of you, and they had people with chainsaws coming after you. Oh, it's just fantastic. It's a hell of an experience. And as years gone on, like they pulled back some of the aggression with some of that stuff, which kind of sucks. Like I get it because they wanted to try to get more people participate, and I'm sure they got sued for something. So they had to pull back the reins a little bit, but it's definitely wasn't the same when I last went.
6134 and ident for Mike Alpha Lima.
And then they had like Walking Dead for like what, 6, 7, 8 straight years. That was the main attraction. And it's like, okay, yeah, Walking Dead was neat and all that, but a little overkill at that point. Give us something fresh and new.
1405, contact Swiss radar on 134.
There was one, what was it, last year or the year before, they had Chucky, which I really, really wanted to go to. That would have been really cool, but I wasn't able to. Chucky's been one of my favorite horror icons. I'd love to see them do like a Tales of the Crypt, Tales from the Crypt theme. I think that'd be really, really cool. They could pull that off. But I know they don't own the rights to that, so that might be tough. But that'd be cool. Anyways, yeah, so really excited about that Six Flags thing.
Air France 1405 with US license and 360.
The winds changed a little bit. Let's get that updated. So no longer completely calm. 280 at 3. And the temperature went up slightly, up to 32 now.
Fort Worth Center, out there at 9280 X-ray request IFR clearance, Oak City.
Let's go to standard. Altimeter is 3 in Jacksonville, at least 3004. We're at 3003.
Baron 9280 X-ray, Fort Worth Center, clear to Oak City. Radar vectors CAMET, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5000. Departure on 128.4. Squawk 6242. Release for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1525 Zulu. Time now 1510.
Edelweiss 89 of Papa, contact Milan radar on 125.63.
Alright, all looking grand for our arrival.
We're clear to Oak City, radar vector is CAMET, then is around maintain 5000, departure 128.4. Squawk 6242. We are released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1525. Time now 1510. Baron 80 X-ray.
Sounds like a helicopter a little bit in the background there.
Center, helicopter Mike Alpha Lima, is copy ident.
Speaking of helicopter. See, this is the things I think that are really cool about SAYINTENTIONS. You know, Beyond ATC has its really cool features as well. And it does. I haven't used it now in a couple weeks. Actually, it's been a month. It's probably been a month since I used it actually last. And it does IFR good. Like it does really well. But the biggest thing for me that was missing has been the traffic. And I know AI traffic is coming down the road soon. It's not the same though. In my opinion, it's not going to be the same. The real life traffic you hear with SAYINTENTIONS, real people, whether it's recorded or actually live at the time, is something that really sets a major difference between the two products.
Jacksonville on 125.905. 125.905, Region 187.
Alright, we have some funkiness going up here.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 127.75.
We got. We can get rid of this CRJ. Let's kill that guy out of there.
1106, contact New York Center on 132.15.
That makes no sense for our flight plan. There we go. And how else are we sitting here? Water.
Edmonton Center, helicopter Charlie Golf Mike Alpha Lima, did you copy your radar contact?
Intercepting and then going to Libby. No, we should be going direct to Libby. Should be able to kill that as well. Now it's going to pull a hold in there probably, isn't it?
Edmonton Center, helicopter Mike Alpha Lima, requesting VFR flight following.
Oh, what the hell is it doing now? Looks funky stuff. Oh, DINs. We don't need DINs, so we want WAD. Water to direct to Libby.
Mike Alpha Lima, radar contact 12 south of Invermere Airport at 5300 feet. Invermere, QNH 1016.
That's a little bit more cleaned up.
JetBlue 516, Jacksonville Center. Contact Jacksonville approach on 119.0.
Over to Jacksonville approach on 119.0, JetBlue 516. See ya. Okay, so 119.0. Jacksonville approach. Hello from JetBlue 516. We're at 10,000, descending via the Cuban 1. Should say via Cuban 1, not the Cuban 1. We're getting ready to turn on our landing lights shortly.
Jacksonville approach, Good afternoon, Pahokee, altimeter 30.03.
Okay, it's all good still.
PBD, call getting up.
What I like about On Air is it's not as aggressive with the lights and all that jazz. It doesn't dock you points on that, whereas a Pilot's Life does. And it's different apparently on with different airlines when it comes to the SOP with the lights. So it's nice to not have that restriction anymore. Same with taxi speed. Like, realistically, yeah, there should be a 30 knot cap on it, which I've gotten docked many a times in a Pilot's Life. I don't think there is a taxi speed restriction. If there is, it's higher than 30. Because I was going 31 or 32 like one of my flights yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I never got docked anything on that, so there's that weirdness, but okay, all's looking pretty good here. We're on course. I don't know if we'll get vectors because, well, we should actually technically get some sort of a vector to get us lined up with the ILS. Kind of see how that plays out. Asking for more drag, so let's add that in there. And we're close enough to where we can get the ignition start back on. All's looking pretty good. So I did a flight last night after work. It was the leg from Orlando Jet to Fort Lauderdale, and I did it without SAYINTENTIONS, which is very rare for me to do a flight without SAYINTENTIONS. And the reason was
JetBlue 516 Jacksonville approach. Proceed direct Hopev. Descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 approach.
Proceed direct to Hope is descend and maintain 2000 until established on localizer. JetBlue 516. Direct to Hope is? Where the hell is that? That's not on the charts. Hope is. Okay. And alright, there's Hope is, and then we're gonna go direct to Libby. Fill that. Fill that. Fill that. Kill that. And kill that. Beautiful. We should intercept the localizer at that point, either way. Boy, the stutters are real here in Florida. I tell you that. Stutters are real. And we should technically actually be at 210 for the airspeed. Or for the knots. Only 8 knot in use apparently, based on what SimBrief is telling me. Doing it anyways. Renegades. Don't remember what I was talking about anymore. I saw this morning that the Honeycomb Charlie is actually finally available to order. The first, what was it, 100 or something like that, or 1,000? I can't remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your lead flight attendant.
Is available for immediate shipping
below
in the U.S.
as we make our approach into Jacksonville.
And that's
please turn off all portable electronic
2 weeks or something like that. Another batch will be available.
For landing, ensure your
That's
seat
really,
back
really
in the
cool.
full upright position and your
One, I'm very glad I didn't wait.
Please stow your
What's it been now?
and secure
2 year delay?
carry-on items you may
2-3 year delay?
If you have any
I'm glad I didn't wait that long
or
because
reading material,
I really disliked the pedals I had before, what I currently have, which is the Turtle Beach.
Thank you for flying
The
with JetBlue
Turtle
and
Beach are
welcome to
really, really nice.
Jacksonville.
I really like these. And those Charlies are really cool. Very, very cool. I'm very content with this Turtle Beach. Very, very content. They've been fantastic rudder pedals. I think if I ever were to invest in new pedals, it would be one of the high-end ones. One of the very high-end ones. Maybe even the Wing rudder pedals. They look really good. I'm content with what I have. Very content with what I have. Alright, we're gonna intercept that localizer momentarily. Speed's looking very good. The ILS to pop up there. I don't know if I'll actually have any time next week to do any streams. So I'll throw that out there right away. I don't think I'm going to.
Maintain 4,000, turning left 100, bearing 5959.
I have a unique schedule for next week.
American 518, turn right, heading 110 vectors for the ILS runway 26 approach.
So I think it's going to be pretty darn tough. Very, very tough. So probably no streams next week. And then the week after, depending on if I work or don't work on the Friday before the air show, I might be able to do a short one there, but I to be determined as well. Lots of to be determined over the next, I'd say, next 2 weeks for sure, in terms of streaming schedule. I don't really have a streaming schedule per se, but I try to do at least one a week. Right, localizer is armed, and we should be capturing that shortly. Then we should be heading off to tower momentarily. This is good news that we're getting close to landing, because my voice is starting to cooperate anymore. How people can do those super long streams. I just have the voice for it.
American 518, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.85.
We're on the localizer. Bring back our speed.
Nordic 28.
Runway in sight.
0, climb and maintain flight level 230.
I think we need to get some speed brakes out as well.
Flight level 230. Nordic 2860.
And I feel like we're a little high.
Miami departure, Bahamas 226 is with you, climbing through 2300.
Light slip capture. Okay, all good there.
5,000.
And what's our landing?
516, contact Jacksonville
49
Tower
plus
on
5.
118.3.
Over the Jacksonville Tower, 118.3, JetBlue 516, see ya. 49 on this guy. Okay. And we're gonna get the gear down. Jacksonville Tower. Okay. Jacksonville Tower, hello from JetBlue 516, we're on the ILS 8. Next level of flaps.
JetBlue 516 Jacksonville Tower, wind 06 at 8, runway 8, clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land, JetBlue 516. Good there, looking good, looking good. Flaps again. Alright, let's stow those air brakes. And then next level of flaps. And we're full. Okay. All is good. Okay, exit on the right. And probably exiting Hector. Or Golf. We'll see how awful I do in this landing. Alright, AP is coming off. Wish me luck.
1,000.
Of course, we're getting some stutters aggressively. Jeez, holy crap. It's a cool looking approach with all the trees down there. I use Accu seasons for the trees, and of course the seasons, which soon we won't have to, as long as the default one in 2024 is as good as it looks like it's going to be. Although I bet you the tree heights are still going to be an issue.
Light slow. Light slow.
I'm a little low based on the pappies. I feel we're pretty good.
5 mile final, expecting runway 26.
Light slow.
Alright, throttle's idle.
Light slow.
30, 20, retard. 5.
Loading.
Vision Jet 0 Whiskey
Loading.
Echo, winds 270 at 14. Runway 26 clear to land.
Alright, landing's down, reverses out. There's Hector's, and maybe golf.
JetBlue 516, welcome to Jacksonville. Exit at Echo if able. Contact ground on 121.9er.
They want
Ladies
an
and
echo,
gentlemen,
but we can do
JetBlue
golf.
Airways welcomes you to Jacksonville. The local time is 11:31 a.m. For your safety and the safety of those around you,
Landing
please
lights
remain
off.
seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisle clear until we are parked at the gate. The captain will then turn off the fastened seatbelt
And head over to
sign,
ground.
indicating it is
121
safe to stand.
and a
Please
9.
use caution when opening the overhead compartments and removing items, as articles may have shifted during flight. The weather in Jacksonville
on
is calm with a
taxiway
few clouds
Alpha.
at 25,000 feet and a temperature...
Jacksonville ground. Hello from JetBlue 516. We're on taxiway Alpha. I'd like to taxi to the terminal.
Also, it boasts the longest stretch of the St. Johns River, which is one of the few rivers in the United States that flows north. On behalf of Captain Joe, First Officer Rhiannon, and the entire crew, Brian, Melanie, Abby, and myself, Erica, we thank you for flying with JetBlue Airways. We hope you have a wonderful stay here or wherever your travels may take you.
Taxi to parking via Alpha Bravo Hotel, JetBlue 516. Alright, so it's actually pretty damn good. I don't know if the Bravo was 100% necessary, because it would go from Alpha to... I said Hector. I keep saying Hector instead of Hotel. Hotel. This is... well, it probably is a taxi tuned. My intentions is bugged out right now. Alright. Well, welcome to Jacksonville. Pretty good flight. That landing was stupid, though. The landing rate was... 286. So a little heavy, but decent. Especially considering I floated for 100 feet. Let's see, where should we park? I'm going this side. Soon you'll be able to ask for a certain taxi, or sorry, certain gate, which will be really cool.
104 Bravo Delta.
Like in this case, what is that?
We
Alpha
are at
8.
Gate 14.
Alpha 8
Requesting
8.
pushback
Alpha
and
8
startup.
Alpha. That's interesting. Soon to be able to ask for this. How cool will that be? This is a weird something scooped up here. Alright, let's pull up a little bit more. Alright, park and brake is set over on here. GPU connected, chocks connected, jetway. It's bugged out. I don't know if I was actually supposed to be where I am, but I am there now.
Startup approved.
Up on top, external power on. And engine 1, engine 2 off.
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
The intentions was fantastic. So we'll give them a good old 5-star everything.
Jacksonville ground. We are ready to...
Can kill out that, and let's get my On Air to recognize what we're doing. I'll bring it up here on the screen. Alright, so here's the flight we just did, but offline tracking, so now we have to resume it. And it should auto-close it out, but you see there, I don't know if you can see it, 286.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Alright, so we got 169 XP for that. There's the landing rate. These are all good. And we can OK that, and now we can register it. It's been registered, and my airline reputation went up by 40, which is really, really cool. I've done the majority of my flights, it doesn't say on here, but with JetBlue for some weird reason. I don't know. I think I've been really enjoying the East Coast flights, and that's where JetBlue mostly operates. Can zoom in the map here, and you can see most of their flights here on the East Coast, like nothing on the West Coast. So yeah, it's been cool. But we're gonna end the stream here. I do appreciate everyone that has tuned in, whether it's live or the VOD. Thanks again for popping in, and we will see you all for the next stream or video. Take care.